got my winter jacket. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Hey ladies and gentlemen. I have a really special treat for you tonight. Mr. Rhodes Lee, Vice Captain of Bowman House. How are you today, sir?
Good. How are you?
Doing very well. Alright, Rhodes, let's get started. My first question is going to concern openness to growth in your time here at BC High. Throughout your 4 years here at BC High, in what ways have you changed and grown?
Well, I would say now I'm definitely more open to trying new things. At the start of the year, at the start of my freshman year, I had a pretty rigid view of what I wanted to do. I was thinking basically no public speaking at all, just doing the bare minimum at all. As I continued my tenure at BC High, I realized that I wanted to grow more as a person, so I got involved with stuff like modeling, got more involved with the house, Mythology and the Mythology project.
Yeah. Alright. Got it. Our third question. Shifting focus to religion. Are you religious? If not, are there any aspects of your life where you have shown or been shown what might be described as God's love?
Well, I am actually not religious at all. I'm an atheist. Even though I'm not religious at all, I actually do take a lot of the stuff that we learn from religious classes and kind of apply them in my real life. Like at this class, for example, I took a lot of what I learned to heart and tried to emulate a lot of aspects of like Catholic teaching into my real life. I find that I generally agree with the message of how to act. I don't necessarily agree how it connects with God.
Alright, so now that we're done with our first question, our second question is going to concern intellectual competence. How have things been going for you academically at BC High over the past 4 years you've been here?
Yeah. So generally, I try to figure out what's best use of my time in studying for subjects. Like for subjects that I'm generally better at, like some subjects, I tend to spend less time on that. And for subjects that I'm really bad at, like Spanish, I put a lot of effort into it. Generally that works a lot better for me. Like just try to put in the best I can do. And I generally try to do the best that I can do. And if I can't, then that's just it.
That's great. Alright, so now for question 5, we're going to get into a really important aspect of really who we are at BC High. A really big component of the grad crowd. And that's commitment to doing justice. So, Rhodes, how have you stayed committed to doing justice during your time here at BC High?
Well, for me, I try to do what's right. So throughout my sophomore, junior, and senior year, I've been deeply involved with the City project. City militaries, right?
Yep.
Just going to Boston and doing hip hikers to keep on the streets.
Of course.
Yeah, it's something that's really important to me, as I find that the idea of the dignity of the human person is really important. I've also been involved with other service opportunities, like going to Camden, New Jersey, helping with the service there. Did the Lazarus Project, which is like being a pallbearer for people who don't have people to support them, and also work at a nonprofit called Joshua King Foundation. So I really value helping others and differing others.
Okay, now our 6th question. It's concerning contemplative and action. What does being contemplative and action mean to you? And in what ways do you exhibit this characteristic?
Generally, it's like to think before I act, and just to figure out a way to express yourself. Like that was something I actually really struggled a lot when I was younger. Like actually, you may not know this, but I actually did have really bad anger issues when I was a kid. Actually, it wasn't the best. So just learning how to think before I act is something that I really value. So just I really reflect on how I behaved and how I conducted myself a lot. Just throughout my day.
Alright, so we're getting towards the end here. But for question 7, the title is Finding God in All Things. And the question I have for you is, again, I know you're not religious, but do you see any sort of divine presence in the people you've met through opportunities at BC High? Maybe talk about your service within the same group.
To be perfectly honest, probably not, honestly. But although I don't really see God in all things, I see just some goodness in everyone. Like, I just met, throughout my time at BCH, a group of incredible people people who challenge me to just be a better version of myself. Something that I'm learning in my knowledge leadership class, sort of sharpening the art of improving all aspects of your life. And I sort of take my interactions with people as a model on just how I should conduct myself in regular life.
Okay, so now finally, our last question. And it's concerning being a person for others. Really what we're about here at BCH. Okay. So what does being a man for others mean to you? How have you been a man for others, for people in your life, whether here at BCH or in your home?
I would think being a man for others to me is just being someone who is there for you when you need the most. If somebody needs help, I'll be there for them. This example of like something that happened somewhat recently was that people at ARC help with triggering expansion math. So I just went during Wednesday morning to help them out, even though I didn't necessarily need to do it. Just being there for others when they need help.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Lee. Your time won't go to waste. Anytime. Alright guys, and now you can probably see why we chose Rhodes Lee for our movie project. Really just an outstanding guy, and I'm really glad to call one of my